The following is or are not true of the insertion of the short head of the biceps brachii muscle, except what? Can I just drop out? Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Chidera and I'm a fourth-year med student studying medicine in Lagos, Nigeria, West Africa. I'm just here to give you guys hot gist about what we go through as med students. I mean, medicine has its perks and all, but it has its challenges, and oh my god, there are some challenges that are just peculiar to medicine and they just make me sick. You know that it is already stressful. Like, why do these things have to just make the course any more stressful? So if you're interested in finding out some of these things we could do, then you can just keep watching the video, okay? So now the question is medicine hard? You'll be the judge of that. The first thing is there are no summer breaks. Like, why would you be going to school without any summer breaks to look forward to? So in a typical course, there's first semester and second semester, but in medicine it's just one full session. Like, you just keep going and going and going and going and going and going till you just get tired, absolutely tired. I'm going to give two examples. When I was in my second year, we had a whole session and then we only had maybe 1 week in between, like 1 week that they gave us as break. I think it was between maybe the second module and the third, because we had 4 modules in second year. So between the second module and third module, I'm going to be filming a video on the curriculum, so I'll just explain all of that later. So between the second module and third module, they gave us 1 week break. That was the only break we had till after the exam, and even after that full session, the amount of time they gave us between second year and third year was just about 2 weeks. And out of that, we had to travel to other states to do some community health surveys, questionnaires, and all of that. And you're just like, what is even happening? Like, where is our break? Eventually, I'm sure we just had about 5 days to spend between second year and third year. These are 2 different classes, so you can imagine how frustrating it is. There's literally no holiday to look forward to, except of course Christmas and Salah and public holidays. We look forward to public holidays. We love once a public holiday is, oh my god, that's just fantastic news. Once you just say there's a public holiday this week, everybody starts preparing towards the holiday because it's going to be a very wonderful time. Like, when I was in third year, I had an exam on the 23rd. I never had any exam so close to Christmas. The thing you learn from this is just to have fun while you can. Don't say, oh, after my 6 years of, because even after then, like, medicine is a lifetime thing. You keep reading, you will never have time. Literally. Watch a movie, flex. If you can flex how you want to flex. The second thing is our exams are frequent. Like, we literally have exams every single time. If you're my friend, you will notice that almost every time I'm like, oh my god, I have an exam on Saturday. Oh my god, I have an exam on Friday. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. And then they're like, are you always writing exams? You guys are always writing one exam or the other. Literally, we are always doing that. And the thing is, you can't call them tests, because, okay, for instance, right now I'm in 400 level, and I have gone through 2 of my core postings. I mean, my third posting, that's surgery. I did pediatrics posting. I even had a video of that my first day. I'll put it up somewhere here. I had an end of posting assessment. That's what they call it. And they say that the end of posting assessment just carries 10% of your total MBBS score, like in the final professional exams that we're going to write in 5th year. The end of posting exams I did was supposed to just be 10% of the total 100%. And then they'll be like, oh, it's just a test, it's just an assessment, nothing serious. Nothing serious. The exam lasted for 2 days, for Christ's sake. There were 3 papers. This is supposed to be a test. And there were 3 papers. The first day we did MCQ. MCQ was 120 MCQ questions. Second day we had picture test. The picture test was 100 questions. And then after the picture test, we went to the ward to do clinical exam. We took history with examination of the patients. They ask you questions on chat. Like, all of that is just supposed to be a test. Like, that is a test that lasts for 2 days and involves 3 major exams, and then you have to read a whole lot. Oh my god, when I was in third year, that was the worst. That was the absolute worst. We did pathology and pharmacology in third year and spent sleepless nights reading. Pathology is wide, and then you get to the exam hall, and then they give you about 100 MCQ questions to answer. And then when you're done, you now find out that everything you have written, everything you have read for, everything you have burned candles for, you have put in everything for this exam, is just going to amount to 2%. 2% out of the total 100%. And then obviously you cannot get 100%, so the highest probably be 80, and 80 is about 1.6%. And you will not get 80. If in that one you do well, you may just get maybe a 70 or 70 something. You're just fighting between 1 and 1.5%. That's what you're fighting for. And then you cannot afford not to take that exam seriously, because every single point matters. 50 is pass and 49 is fail. You would be so pained if you get 49%. Let's write all those exams at once. It's going to be really So you can see reason. You can see why it has to be this way. But it still doesn't make sense. One thing to have exams all the time is another thing to be asking those questions. Like, why are you trying to trick us into picking the wrong answer? Like, this is a typical anatomy question. The following is or are not true of the insertion of the short head of the biceps brachii muscle, except, can I just drop out? Then they give you 5 options. So when you see that question, you're just like, what exactly is going on here? You have to now start analyzing the question. It may not be this extreme, but it can be this extreme. The following is or are not true. So what are they telling you? The following is false. Okay, so you're looking for what is false, yeah? The following is false of this scenario. Following is false. So you're looking for what is false. And then you now go on to the latter part of the question that says except. So if you're saying the following is false, and then there's an except, are they asking me for what is true? So they're saying the following is true. Like, what is happening? Like, they now give you all these options to pick from, and then you're supposed to pick either true or false. So you're confused. If you don't interpret that question wrongly and you pick false instead of true, there's a big problem, because there's negative marking. If you miss a question, they take away half of the mark that's supposed to be allotted to that question. So if you miss one question, they take away 0.5. Just, you have a question, and then maybe that question, or the following is or are not true of the biceps brachii muscle, except. And then you have 51, 52, 53, 54, 55. That is 5 different questions under that. So if you do true, true, false, 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 instead of false, false, true, 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 you have filled that whole stem. And you have not just filled that whole stem, because instead of taking away 5 marks from your normal score, they will now take away an extra half of 5. That's an extra 2.5. So you've lost 7.5 marks from that question. So, and then in some courses, like pharmacology, in 300 level, they take away -1. Like, they'll take away a whole 1 mark. So if you miss 5, you've missed an extra 5. So that's -10. What? The reason they do that is because they don't want you to make any guesses. So the next thing is relationships. Your relationships, when you get to med school, you have to make a conscious effort to keep your relationships afloat. I have a lot of friends that I love genuinely. When I see them, I jump on them, I hug them. I'm not just able to keep that same energy that I used to keep with them before I entered med school. And then it caused a lot of problems with me. A lot of my friends got angry with me. A lot of them, just generally, I'm not even that person that is very good with keeping relationships. Do you understand? So med school just puts a whole new strain. Like, med school would actually strain relationships. Like, because sometimes you don't even have time for yourself. So you find out that people that are now people close to you, like everybody study, people that are your classmates and people around you now become your new friends. They become your new family. They are people that are always around you. They share your problems. They understand what you're going through. And so those people now become your friends. And so relationships outside med school don't really work as much as they should, except if you're going to make a conscious effort to keep that relationship afloat. And that's all that there is to it. Medicine is like your husband. Like, medicine is it becomes your boyfriend. You begin to start reading every time. Like, you can't afford not to put a lot into it. It's not like you can't just afford not to put a lot. It takes a lot of hard work. It takes a lot of consistency. It takes a lot of dedication, especially the first 2 years where you have 200, where you have your second year and third year where you have professional exams. Not everybody's able to keep that balance. And so a lot of relationships suffer because people enter med school. And then the last thing I'm going to talk about is expectations. So that's one other big challenge you have in med school. A lot of people that come to med school come as valedictorians from their secondary schools. They're the best there ever is. And I'll dwell more of this when I'm talking about challenges of the first year of med school, because the first year alone has its own challenges. Med school usually has the smartest set of people. I'm not trying to be biased or anything, but it's just statistics. You see 4.7, 4.8, 4.9, 5.0 GPA. Like, you see it in med students. They have one of the smartest categories or sets of people, and then they had 7 A's in their way, they had all A's, they cleared their results, and a lot of expectations when you come to med school, because you know you are smart, you know your stuff, you know you have it, you get, and then you come and then you just get disappointed a lot. So you write an exam, you feel like you've done well, but maybe because of something, maybe because of negative marking or something like that, you just see the results and you start getting used to mediocre scores. you're someone that's get 80 something before, used to, and then you start seeing 50 something, 60 something, and you're not used to that. So it can be depressing, especially at first. For you to get a distinction in med school is not it's not easy at all. Distinction is distinction. Do you understand? Distinction is not even A. It's a distinction. You have to actually be distinct for you to get a distinction. And a lot of people are used to getting A's. So even if the cutoff is the same, 70 for A, 70 for distinction, it's still not the same thing. So you start getting used to seeing passes, credits. So credits are like 60 something. See credits, you see passes, because eventually you're just drained, you're depressed, you're just angry. You can be really reading and preparing and doing everything, like you feel like you're doing everything right, and it's just not working. That's one of the challenges of med school. If you're a med student watching this and you have some extra challenges that you think I missed out, you can just drop in the comment section below and let me know what you feel about some of these challenges. If you liked this video, please press the like button, hit the subscribe button. Let's try and get this video to about 100 likes. If you have any video ideas, have to do with anything related to med school or medicine related, just drop in the comment section and I will look into it. I always reply your comments, so please drop a comment. I will see you guys in my next video. So till next time, bye.